What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be working on the 6.0 LS. Now this 6.0 has almost 200,000 miles on it, and I've been nothing but completely blown away by the overall condition that the engine's in. Everything so far has seemed to be in very good condition. If not good, great. So the real do or die moment is checking out this Reluctor wheel. Now you're going to be looking for a runoff of 0.25 millimeters. 1 inch, or not 1 inch, 1 millimeter below your teeth. So that's how you're going to be setting it up. You zero it so you know where you're at. You're going to be looking for it to go kind of like that right there. This is in fractions of an inch. So if you're doing it in the American scale, you're going to be looking at a grand total of a runoff of no more than 0.0098 of an inch. And you're going to be setting it below the teeth at 0.039 of an inch. I measured that out with a good old-fashioned caliper, not a micrometer, because it doesn't need to be that insane. However, that being said, a Harbor Freight one is the only thing I have, so I did put it at the 1 millimeter. You guys are going to be my eyes, because I'm going to be on the other side of the engine turning it over. And then I'll review the video and we'll see. And then after that's set, we'll flip it to the other side and go ahead and measure that side out. These are not replaceable. I guess in theory, technically they could be because they're pressed on, and I mean, obviously they were put on, but realistically, they are not replaceable. So if this has more of a run out than is acceptable, then we're looking at a replacement of the crankshaft. But I'm going to re-say it. My money's on this crankshaft's fine, and we won't have to worry about it. So let's get you guys locked into here like so. So I had to change the setup a little bit. The magnet was actually moving, so unfortunately that will cause inaccurate readings. So we went ahead, or I went ahead, mounted it a little bit different way. It should not move at all now, and I went ahead and re-zeroed our, every time you got to be careful touching it, because there you go. Now we're re-zeroed. We'll see what we get. All right, that's 2 complete rotations on the rear Reluctor wheel. So we're going to go ahead, review the video, flip it to the other side if we're good, and test the other one. So let's do it. Well, guys, that is we're golden. The Reluctor wheel, I can't test the other side because I don't have a gauge that can actually sit and measure the back side of it, or the front side, I suppose, but I can't measure this side. It's going to get hit by the crankshaft. But as far as my my measurement from the back side, we are within tolerances. I'm very happy with that. And when I first put it on, and I put it right there with the magnet, and it went, I'm like, holy crap. There's no way it's that off. I watched the video again. You can actually kind of see it moving a tiny bit, and end up just being perfect. We are golden. So the crankshaft is not salvageable. It's fine. The crankshaft is golden. I never thought I would be this impressed with a 200,000 mile engine block. That's not true, actually. I had the measurements done by a laser. I'll put a picture up of the 1UZ FE block, and all the surfaces were within, oh Christ, they were within 0.002 of an inch across the board. And that's insane. The engine was, that's how flat it was. Everything was within those tolerances. And that had 223,000 miles. Now, when I was sold the engine, it did not, I was told it didn't have that many. It was like 100,000 miles. But that really goes to show just how good some engines can be built. And I figured it wasn't going to be a GM engine that could do such good numbers after 200,000 miles. But we're within tolerances. I'm very happy with this engine. And guys, if you're trying to get yourself to justify doing an LS swap, let me tell you, I thought I would never do one. And every time I turn around, I know I said this in the last episode or video, every time I turn around, I am so impressed with this engine. And GM got it right, guys. If you're looking for an engine that's going to be stout and have phenomenal tolerances, that's the key. I think that's the key to this engine's success. A great design, not a good design, a great design, phenomenal tolerances, and great materials that went into it, except for the exhaust manifold bolts. They were terrible, absolutely horrible. So, other than that, if that's the only complaint I have, I've had BMWs with broken, oh, they use studs, but broken studs and stuff. Generally, I break them trying to take them off. But that's besides the point. We won't go there. I won't ever, you know, admit to being a total brute when it comes to certain things. But, guys, don't dog the LS engine. I used to all the time because I'm an idiot. Well, moron. Whatever. Say whatever you want. Freaking awesome engine, guys. I've been converted. I have seen the light. The error of my ways. Guys, until the next time, I am, if you can't tell, very ecstatic because every time I turned around with this project so far, everything was broken. And not this time. This time I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't want to, you know, have that turn around and bite me in the neck. But I'm excited, guys. I hope you are as well. If you like this comment, the stuff that I'm doing. Hit that like button, subscribe, share it. This one right here, I think is probably, really not a long, I kind of drawn it out, I guess, by talking, but it's not a long, you know, process to test it, but I think it's an important thing because if you just go ahead and you skip certain steps and you put the engine together, something as simple as testing out that right there can end up costing a lot more money down the road. So we'll check some other tolerances as we go, and I'm so excited, guys. This is the first time this build where, you know, I didn't take a wheel off and find like a 5-inch hole in the frame. I didn't take the oil pan out of the first I didn't take off the intake manifold and find out that it's a 350 not a 455. You know, all those things that just every time I turn around I was just disappointed or kind of like a gut punch. The losing the momentum by finding out that this was not a 455 really hurt. I mean, the 350 is a rare engine. It's a SP block. That's wonderful. It's not the original engine for the car. It's a year older, and I was really pissed about that. But boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I am over the moon, ready to tackle this project because every time I turn around, other than it's, you know, we're gonna clean that up. That's fine. I'm ecstatic by this build. We're gonna make this thing look beautiful, and I'm so excited about it. I'm still up in the air. The cylinders look like they're still got the original hone in it, and I don't see any real scarring to it. I've always been one, while you have it apart, do it. It's not that expensive. Go down, have a professional hone the block, and you know, redo everything. You know, it's just, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'll bring it up to Uncle Tony's garage. He's definitely more knowledgeable than me. My gut says switch out the bearings. You have it apart, do it. You know, but it's so good, guys. I've talked too long. You have yourselves a wonderful night. Stay out of trouble, and I'll see you in the next video.